Alright, what's up guys, Genshin Media here, and this is the #1 most sold car in Iceland. It's actually called the Dacia Duster. Yeah, this is a bit of a contrast compared to the previous video that we posted, but that's what we do here on the Genshin Media channel. You never know what you're gonna expect. So as you guys can tell from the scenery in the back, this is not Mexico or America, we're actually in Iceland. This has been our rental car for the past week. You can tell from the license plate, and this car has actually been very good. It's an all-wheel drive car. That's the main reason why we got it. This car was able to fit 4 of us because we are a family of 4, which fit us very comfortably. Also, more than enough storage in the back for our luggage. Again, we're bringing more than enough luggage for all of us for the past week. We're actually going to be traveling for the next week, so 2 weeks of worth of stuff in that trunk. Fits it very well, as well as 4 people. Some space in the middle as well. Good legroom. Very good diameters too. It's a pretty small car. With it being a 4x4, it's very practical. You guys can probably hear from the clatter, this is a diesel engine, which is about this big and makes about that much amount of power. There you go, right there. We're inside the car, and you guys can probably tell, yeah, this has been used for some road trips. That iPad right there, put in good use. So yeah, it has a 6-speed manual transmission, which is actually very good. The reason why I say that is because the biting point is very predictable. It's pretty much a bit impossible to stall this car, and you can feel every gear, you know? It's very solid, little wiggle, very solid 6-speed transmission. With the diesel, it kind of sounds like you know what I mean? And of course we're inside this car, like I said before, and this is, like I said, a 2022 model year, which, looking at the interior, doesn't really look like a car that is 2022, but with it costing this much amount of money, it is very solid. Everything is extremely solid. There are pretty much not too many rattles, and even if there is, you kind of just get those rattles away by just punching the car and the rattles are gone. In general, the build quality is extremely solid. It just feels like a very overall solid car. Now over here, we're in the back seats, and like I said, this is a 2022 car, yet we have manual roll-up windows in the back. At least the front has automatic roll-up windows, which actually aren't, you know, when you click them they go up all the way. Automatic, I guess, when you pull them up, but they are fully manual in the back. Again, this is a 2022 car, so again, I put the price in the beginning. I currently don't know the price of it right now, but I'm gonna guess regarding that price, this car is actually very reasonable. But yeah, to be honest, again, manual windows in the back in a 2022 car, that is a bit strange. But we do have 2 cup holders in the middle here. They aren't in the front. There's kind of nothing over there besides a little cubby. This extremely long handbrake. I actually realized how long that is, but there you go. Kind of reminds me of something. And I'm gonna guess this car maybe has a 6 or 4 speaker sound system, and I am not gonna lie, it is actually very good for what it is. We have played a ton of genres of music, to hip-hop, rock, indie, pretty much anything, even electronic music, and to be honest, the sound system is very compliant for this kind of car. You know, 2022, again, looks a bit strange for manual windows, but the sound system is actually very good. Surprisingly enough, that is 1 plus in this car. And again, talking about the MPG before, of course in Iceland it's liters, so how much it costs per gallon if you were to convert it would be about $7.20 per gallon for diesel in Iceland, which in Europe in general, gas is pretty expensive. But to be completely honest, with how the diesel engine runs in the MPG, it actually is pretty good. And this is how it sounds. It sounds like sounds like a diesel car, very slow, you know, rev, but you know, you're not driving a sports car. Of course, this isn't no 918 Spider, but very good, to be completely honest. I know I keep referencing again and again, 2022, but we also have manual mirror alignment on both sides, which it is a bit questionable, but again, for the price of this car, it does everything you really need to. It doesn't really give much of what you want, but it does everything you need pretty well. Everything you get in this car, just at a quick search, is about 20,000 euros or $21,000, I guess, 19,000 euros. And to be completely honest, you get a lot of car for it. There is a bit of character in this car. There's actually one quirk that I forgot to mention. And we are back here in the driver's seat, and there actually is cruise control in this car, but it is pretty different. This is one quirk that I have in this car that actually gives it a bit of a characteristic. This thing right here, you do expect it to be cruise control, and you can set at a certain speed, for example, 70 kilometers per hour. That's mostly what the speed limit is here in Iceland. But what you do is you set, of course, the resin set, and it doesn't actually drive itself. You have to leave your foot on the gas pedal, which means that it's more of like a limiter than a cruise control, because it physically limits the car to, let's say, 70 kilometers per hour. It does not let you drive faster than that, but your foot has to be on the gas pedal, because if you let go, of course, you're going to drop speed. It's a bit of a quirk in this car. I guess it's a pretty smart and cheap and efficient way to go around developing an actual cruise control for this car. Pretty efficient, but pretty strange. And for that price, you actually get these cloth heated seats, which is actually pretty surprising. It heats up both seats. Well, of course, this one doesn't heat up both seats. There's one heated seat on each side. There's one setting on each side, which also heats up the steering wheel. Pretty surprising. And surprisingly enough, there is no mirror or light in the sun visors. A bit strange. But you get a little pocket, so I guess you can put something there. If it's not on the driver's side, then you can expect it not being on the passenger side too. And as you can already tell from the center console, there is no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which, to be honest, for this price range, that's okay. Like I said, this is a 4x4, so we have done quite the off-roading in this car, and it's been very capable so far. Here are actually some clips of some insane off-roading that we did. Definitely insane. Not done in a parking lot at all. We definitely went through a river and did a lot of cool stuff, and it was not in a parking lot. But overall, just to close it up, this Dacia Duster has been a very, very reliable car for everything that we needed to do. We have driven hundreds and hundreds of miles or kilometers, have put hundreds and hundreds of gallons or liters in this car, which it has done everything we really needed to, and more, to be completely honest. Off-roading capabilities is great. The amount of MPG that I guess is great. The amount of storage that we put in is perfect for us, for about a family of 4 traveling about 2 weeks. Again, 1 week here though. Yeah, the car isn't really built too well. For 2022, it is a bit questionable. For the price that this car gives and the amount that you get, it does everything that you really need to pretty well. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions you can put down in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.